We're back.
Yay! From Booster Shot for Your Marriage. I'm Carrie.
And I'm Tim.
And welcome. We are talking today about Path to Passion. It's a 6-week mini course that we're going to come every Friday at 11 o'clock. And we're going to talk about different subjects of how we can bring back the passion, especially after 2020. You know, we were stuck in the house all day, all night for a year. So we just want to talk about how we could bring back the passion, because now our lives are opening back up, and what do we need to do, because we've been on our devices a lot, I think.
Yes, that's a great point. I know that people started ordering groceries on the device, started watching everything that they could on their devices. Everybody hunkered down, stayed safe. They did all of those things. And Amazon every day. You got to see the Ups guy. If you didn't see him every day, it kind of upsets you. You know, where's my Ups guy? And so really we're going to talk today about unplugging and what that looks like, and how to do it, what the benefits are of being able to do that, and really why you should do it. And that's really what the message is for today. And it's for some of us, we just don't even realize how much we're on the phone, or how much
we're plugged in.
How much we're plugged in. Yeah, it's kind of sad. So even for me, I found myself very much plugged in, always having to have that phone or
addiction almost.
Or my watch with me, or
yeah.
Addiction. I don't think I'd go as far as addicted. I'm not addicted, but
he's addicted.
Maybe a little.
A lot.
Maybe a little bit. You know, I'm down to just 2 screens, 1 computer.
Oh, that's true. You did have 3 or 4.
I had 3 or 4 screens going at any one time, so we were able to cut that down. But there's a reason to be able to cut the cord completely, and we'll talk to Gary. Why don't you talk to us about how to go about you unplug? Because for some of us, you start twitching, get that eye twitch going. It's like, unplug. What do you mean?
I know, and it's so bad for us. So the first thing we're going to talk about why couples, and we're not talking like individuals. We're going to talk more about why a couple should unplug. So how many times have you been talking to your partner, and all of a sudden they pick up the phone and they start doing whatever, and you're talking? No, not all the time, but sometimes, right? And you're talking, and you're like, what the heck, right? So how do you make that person feel when you pick up the phone, right? They're going to feel unimportant, not worthy. They're going to feel like you're not listening. And then eventually they're going to build resentment, anger. And now you're going to find yourself in this relationship that you don't even talk anymore, or you're not having the love that you really, really want, that you see in the movies, right? We all want that.
Yeah.
So, go ahead. Sorry.
No, and I think you see it all the time, right? It used to be in the old days, couples would sit across from each other, older couples would sit across from each other, and they wouldn't talk. They would just be sitting there eating, looking down at the plate. And so we've evolved as a species now to where we're now eating, looking at our phones.
Everyone has the phone.
Yeah, everyone has the phone. So it's a reason we don't have to talk to anybody, because it's, I'm just checking the news or seeing what's going on or see what the stock market's doing. We have the weather. Ultimate excuses. The answer to every question is now in our hands.
Yeah, I mean, you ask a question and the person doesn't answer, let me look it up. And it's like, no, I can wait. We don't need to bring out the phones all the time. We can just go back to how it used to be and have normal conversations, and we can wait for the answer. We don't need immediate answers like that.
Yes. I mean, that's really the addictive part of the phone. Anything you want, you can have it basically anytime, or order it at any time.
Yeah, so that's the why. Right?
That's the
You're
why.
going to make your relationship suffer big time, because you're going to hurt each other's feelings. You're not going to talk about it. And you're going to bring up lots of angry feelings in the person, because they're not going to feel worthy.
Yeah, absolutely. So should I talk a little bit about the benefits?
Yeah.
Let me go check my phone first.
No.
what the benefits are of unplugging. I think we've all done this before. It's like you pick up your phone, right? And a lot of times it's to go do something. We get distracted, or we end up on one of our social medias. And we saw an interesting stat that really talked about, 1 in 3 people after being on social media feel worse about themselves. Yeah. They don't feel necessarily better about themselves. There's a lot of, man, I wish my life were like that, or a lacking. And so just that overall feeling, that feeling of contentment, happiness, and peace is one of the reasons, the benefits of unplugging. You don't pick up that phone. You don't see that post. It's like, okay, I'm content where I'm at, and I don't have to use a phone to be able to try to boost that, when in reality it's actually hurting you. But it does a lot of other things, right? It gives you an opportunity to spend more quality time together.
Yes.
Quality time being the key. Not just together, but actually quality time. Where
You're actually together. You're both present in that moment.
Yes, absolutely. Do you have other things like better sleep?
Yeah.
The phones trigger that in our brains that it's like, oh, it's sunlight, it's daytime, we're supposed to be awake, so you stay up longer, and then that just turns into you're tired the next day. Then when she says, hey, how are you? You can go, fine, because you're so tired, right? It's just, you're not fine. There's nothing fine about it.
Right.
And so that's another one of those benefits of being able to put down that phone, especially at the end of the night. It sets another good one is just sets a really good example, for our kids, right? So if your kids see you always on the phone, or you're out doing something with the kids, but you're not really there because you're on your phone, then to them, that's what becomes acceptable behavior. And I think as parents, we see this later on when kids get older and they want a phone, and then we're trying to tell them you can't be on their phone, but we're on their phone all the time. It sends a conflicting message to kids. So it's so much better for the kids when they see, oh yeah, we don't have to have our phones all the time, and we can put it down. And when I'm talking to you, I'm going to be paying attention to you. I'm not going to necessarily be looking up, be looking at my phone. I want to make sure that I'm giving you the full attention that you deserve and need. Overall, we're healthier. It gives us a chance to do other things like go for walks, exercise, all those other things that go with that. Number one, you get to really spend time together.
Yeah.
Real time together, for reals, right? None of
For
this.
reals.
Yeah, we sit next to each other on the couch and we think we're together, but we're really not. I'm doing, ESPN Sports Center on my phone, and Carrie's on Instagram or whatever that is. So
yeah, that's actually another stat that they say most families spend time together while they're all on their devices at the table. So they're not even communicating at all. So even in a relationship, it affects the whole family.
And we used to just struggle to try to get people to have the meal together, right? That was the big deal, that families weren't eating together. Now we might as well be right back to where that was, because even if you're eating together, if everybody's on their device,
what's the point? You're not together.
You're not really together.
Yeah,
so,
no, that's good.
Yeah. Carrie, you want to talk to us a little bit about the how?
Yeah, the how. So the how is the exciting part, right? So how do we get there? And we're not going to say we don't have time to do this. We don't have time, because we all have time. And the more you say you don't have time, then the more you don't have time. So let's flip that around and say I have all the time in the world.
All the time in the world.
That's what we always say.
All the time in the
like
world.
Stevie Wonder, for some reason, it comes to my head when I think about it. Like,
Free.
all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, full of love, all of that.
Yeah.
Let's
and
create
so
that.
we need to create the time to do it. So we're going to start simple, right? You're going to pick one thing. And so as an example, I wanted to tell you what we did. And it took us a long time to get there. But my dream was always to be like, we want to wake up, we want to meditate, we want to journal, we want to go exercise, we want to eat breakfast and have like coffee together. And like, how the heck are you going to do that with the kids and, running around and your job, and you just got all this chaos? Well, we did not take no for an answer, right? We wrote down what we wanted to do, and one by one, we just kept adding it. So we added meditation. We would meditate for 15 minutes, and that's all we could do. Out, jump out of the bed, and there we go. And so then we got to add journaling, and then we added exercise, and then we actually get to sit down. And we can't do the sitting down every day, but a lot of times we get to go sit down and eat breakfast together and have coffee or tea or whatever we're drinking. We only do coffees on Friday.
Decaf.
Decaf, because
only.
as you can tell, I have a lot of energy already.
Right. We don't want to fuel that fire. And for me, I might be addicted to caffeine. It's a whole different.
That's a whole
nother
class.
Yeah,
or
another
mini
class.
series.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So it's hard to put that into your life, the unplugging. So what our suggestion is to start simple, one thing at a time. Do it for a month. It took how long did we meditate before we added anything? Probably close to a year.
Close to a year.
Yeah.
Just 15 minutes per year. And we weren't perfect to start, but we started to see a difference, right?
Yeah.
When we did it, our day felt better. We felt more content, in control.
Connected.
The connection. Yeah. You're absolutely right.
Because then we would talk about the meditations and what we've got. Because we would do guided meditations that would walk us through different scenarios, whatever. Then we would meditate on it. So it would help us as a couple. So you can do it. Just pick one thing, one small thing. And we actually have a list. It's by level. So we have level 1, level 2, level 3 that we're going to put in the link at the after the video. And what it will help you with is you can download it, and it will give you different ideas on what you guys can do to unplug. And it's different levels. So like the smaller levels, start small, and then level 2, when you feel good about level 1, you step it up to level 2. And we are on level 3. So we're actually going to plan a whole weekend of being unplugged. Yeah. So he's already convulsing.
Right.
About it, but we're no phones, nothing. We're not, and we're gonna pretend like it's a retreat. So I was kind of gonna set it up as Carrie and Tim's unplugged weekend retreat.
Right.
So we'll, have good food and do lots of exercising, things like that, to get us away and get us back to nature and the simple things of life.
And really help us reconnect. And if I may throw out a helpline, if I dial you from a payphone, please pick up and ship me a phone, because I'm so used to having that thing everywhere I go. So I won't have any answers this weekend because I won't have my phone with me. But we focus on morning because we like to start our day that way. But there's other things that you can do. Even if you can just have your coffee together, that's great. But if you can cook together, maybe it's at the end. The end of the day or the afternoon or whatever you could do if you get together and cook together.
And if you both don't like to cook, like he cooks a lot of times, and we have like an island, and I just sit and watch him, and we talk about the day as he's cooking.
Yeah.
So it's just connection time.
Yep, just connection
time.
Like
where can you fit it in? Because I do know everyone's busy, but we can create the time. I promise.
You've already created it, actually.
Yeah.
Just by watching us, you're already down that path, thinking in your head, how am I going to do this? And how am I going to make this done? So that's congratulations. That's the first step, thinking that you can do it. Now it's just putting it into your practice.
Yeah, make a practice.
Yeah, very good.
So that's it. 3 simple things.
3 simple things. First.
That was a why, but we want to build back that connection.
Yep.
All the benefits, get rid of the stress and the anxiety. And then how can we put it in? Start simple. Just start with one thing for 30 days. See how it works.
Yeah.
And then you could always DM us if you want more ideas. If the download, you think, I can't do any of those things, DM us. We could totally do it.
Yes. And really, let's get back to why Carrie and I are doing this. And this is why it's important to be able to unplug, right? Is really, we want to grow together.
Yeah.
And that means connecting. And if we don't connect, that means we're not going to connect, and that's just going to continue. And then it gets harder and harder to connect. Some of us are already feeling that way. It's like
because of 2020.
Yeah, because of 2020, it's already hard enough to collect and connect. Sorry, it's already hard enough to connect, and we need to start today. And if we do these little steps, just little steps, as we get older, we'll have this deep connection. When we see some of these old couples that are on TV that have been married for 150 years, and they give you that one piece of advice. It's about communication. Well, it's about connection, because you can't communicate if you're not connected. So that's where it starts, and connecting means unplugging.
Right.
So.
Otherwise, your life goes by in a blur, right? And you can't remember it, and you're not creating memorable moments. And so that's what we try to do, is every day at least create one memorable moment that we can connect, love, remember. Because you don't want to get to the end and think, oh man, I can't even remember my life. It's just one big blur because I didn't connect and be in it. Versus...
Yes. Yep, absolutely. Starts today. One little step.
Yay!
Hey, so for next week, super exciting. We are going to be talking about who owns
a dishwasher? You'll have to stay tuned to see what that means.
Yes, absolutely. But exciting stuff. And again, just helps build these relationships that we all have.
Yeah, get you back to the path on passion.
Yep,
yeah.
Exactly.
And don't forget, I'll put the link below if you want to download the list of ideas. And then we also have our booster shot for your marriage. It's our group coaching, and that link will be below. There's a wait list right now. I think it's going to start in July. We're not sure yet, but around there. If you want to give us your email address so that you can get on that wait list, we'd be more than happy to reach out to you after.
Yes. And as Carrie mentioned earlier, DM us if you have questions. Happy to help you guys any way that we possibly can.
Oh, one more thing.
One more thing. Hold on.
We want you guys this week to think of at least one thing you can start doing together.
Ooh, good one.
And if you can, put it in the notes, the comments below. We want to see what you're doing, and we'll comment back. We'll read all of them. So just start simple.
Yeah. Here's what we want to do together.
Yeah. And download the idea list. It will really help.
As a couple.
Yeah.
So, and it all starts with your phone. So get on your phone. If you don't have your phone, you should have a phone.
I know, you're watching us on the phone and we're telling you to unplug.
So put down the phone.
Yeah, put down the phones.
Go connect.
Yeah. Mwah! Thanks for watching.
Cheers, everyone.
See you next week.